Don't know what fly fishing bag to pick? Let's talk about that. So the first bag you're probably going to start with, or you're going to see a lot of people starting out with, is just your regular old school backpack. You've probably had it like for 5 years all through high school. Then you just, you're trying to find a cheap option. It's going to be the easiest thing for you. The benefits and the negatives to this guy. First of all, you can see you can hold a lot of stuff in here. Right now I have like 10 shirts, whatnot in here. Most school backpacks are going to have a lot of pockets and like little storage places like this to be used for pencils and other stuff, not really flies. You have like little pockets and pockets and everything. Really convenient. You have little sunglass pockets up here. You have little hidden pockets. You have cup holders and everything. The thing you'll notice very fast is when you actually do start fishing and you get more into fly fishing, maybe like a year or so in, you'll notice that when you actually do go fly fishing with it, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. You'll notice you'll find yourself adjusting these a lot. It doesn't really help, and that's just mainly because there's no chest support right here. So another bag I have, which I'll show you in a minute, has that. So this one, it's gonna be a little bit rough on the shoulders. These aren't really made for fly fishing or any really like rigorous activity. So when you go to cast, you'll notice when you go in that final cast, you'll notice that the shoulder that the rod isn't in, or the hand, the side that the rod's not on, the strap will want to go like that, and you'll have to like kind of readjust. I noticed that when I first started fly fishing for like the first 2 years, and I just kind of put up with it. I didn't really know any better, and it was just really annoying. Your shoulders are going to hurt a lot from this. The benefits and the upsides to having a backpack like this, obviously the main one is it's cheap. It's a cheap alternative to going out and buying an expensive backpack, and it's gonna allow you to get all your stuff out onto the water. The main negative is it's not gonna feel good. You're gonna notice really quickly that the negatives outweigh the benefits, and that's just something you'll have to probably learn along the way. Next option we have for you is gonna be this tiny little guy right here, which you'll probably have one or two of these in your fly fishing collection. Is just a simple little sling pack. This is a Patagonia Atom 8L. I'll show you that right there if you want to look this up. I think this is a $50 bag. For the price, it's pretty good. It has a lot of little compartments in here. You have this little compartment, you have a bigger compartment, then you have this little pouch in here that you can put stuff in. You also have this little thing right here which you can put like a pair of hemostats in, just so you can access them really quickly. The noticeable thing about this is that it's probably 2 times smaller than the backpack, so that's a pretty big negative. The main positive to this guy, let me do that correctly. The main positive to this guy is the functionality. It's really functional. If you know what you're gonna get out, if you know what you're gonna take out into the water that day, you can really slim everything down and kind of go minimalist with everything, and everything's gonna be kind of nice and accessible. You'll just be able to zip that up, sling that around, hence the name Sling Pack, and it's really convenient. The same thing goes for this as it went for the backpack though, is I noticed when I would go to cast and my casts got better and I progressed, I noticed that this backpack would kind of want to ride up a little bit like that. It's not the biggest deal in the world, it's not the biggest concern, it's just it gets annoying after time when every time you go to cast, this rides up on your shoulder like that. I'm OCD, so it bothered me really quickly. Here, and I'll show you a comparison between the two so you can kind of see how much smaller this guy is than this guy. It's pretty noticeable. The main benefit to this guy is if you know what you're taking out onto the water that day, whether you're on a stream, a boat, wherever you are at, it's really easy to pack everything into this little dude. It's really convenient. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. Again, the only negative I noticed to this is the whole it wants to ride up on your shoulder thing. And if you're kind of like me and you like to carry a lot of stuff, or not a lot of stuff, but I have my GoPro, I have my bigger camera, I have my smaller camera which I record on, this probably isn't going to be the best option for you. But if you're like a trout fisherman and you like little creeks and streams and you're fishing for like brookies and whatnot like that, this is going to be perfect for you. Your dry flies will fit in here perfectly. You'll have your hemostats. You can put your tippet loops on this guy, which is really convenient. And that's going to be a little sling pack. Good alternative to the backpack if you know what you're doing. That's what I would say. Now the next option is by far my most favorite fly fishing bag I've ever owned to date. This is the Loop 15 liter. It's a Swedish company, really, really cool. I'll say right up front, this was only $150, which is crazy in the fly fishing world. There's two or three other companies out there that basically make the exact same thing. They're better known, so they're 300, 400, you know, up there in that price range, which is kind of scary. So this is an awesome alternative. So let's jump into it. So right off the bat, you'll notice it's a dry bag design. So you just have that. And in here, you just have all the space in the world. So right now I have my little dry bag or fly storage with all my stuff in it. And then if I can get it out, my camera equipment, or my bigger camera. So that's just gonna be my Canon, the little case that it comes in. It's gonna be that dude. And I'll kind of try and show you how, I mean, it's just gonna look like a black hole on camera, but yeah, there you go. Then this thing has a ton of features. The one I love the most is just, I really haven't picked one out, so I don't know why I said that. But I like the drawstring on the back right here. I plan on getting a drone, and the drone, it's the Mavic Mini, so I'll be able to perfectly just slide that, actually right where my code is right here. So I'll just be able to slide that little dude right in here, be able to carry him perfectly fine. You have these really secret little cup holders on both sides, which is really nice. Let me try and show you that. A little small. They're a little small, a little shallow, but they work, they do their job. They're on both sides. Then you have a rod tube holder, which is going to be right above your butt. That's going to sit right there. And then a feature that I can't really show all that well is actually going to be right on the side right here. So you'll put your rod butt through here, and it'll hold up to the top, and it'll clip into this guy right here. And it's really convenient. I've used this bag 3 times, and it's really nice. The other thing that makes this bag really nice compared to the other two that I just showed you is this guy right here. And that is going to be, oh goodness, let me get clipped in. How this bag doesn't ride on your shoulders at all. So it's really just gonna ride all on the waist. It's kind of like a waistband, if you wanna call it that. It's a really nice, comfortable harness system that you have here. So you can adjust this, tighten it, do whatever you want. You know, just get really comfy with it. And like I said, it doesn't ride on your shoulders at all. So here, so that's not riding on my shoulders at all. And I'll switch to the backpack, and you'll be able to see rather quickly how much of a difference it is. So this wants to ride all on your shoulders, and there's no give. And throughout the day, that's really, really, really gonna hurt and affect you. And you're probably gonna get a little bit fatigued from it, which sucks. It's not fun. It doesn't make your day fun. But with this guy, it's a simple clip. You go 1, come around, 2, and there you go. And imagine you'd have a rod right here, another rod in your hand. You use the little cup holders on there, or water bottle holders on the side. Really convenient, super, super cheap for what it does and what it's competing with. So, like I said, this guy was $150 compared to some companies. That doesn't even touch those other companies. The other companies, like I said, $300 to like $500. I guess you are getting more than name brand stuff, but in my opinion, this is the way to go. If I had to pick between the drawstring back, the sling pack, which is this little dude, a normal backpack, and this Loop 15 liter, hands down, I would pick this guy every single time. I would highly suggest you guys go pick this out. And I hope I gave you guys some tips, tricks, or however you want to call it, to pick out your backpack. Like I said, most of the time you'll start out with just a normal backpack. It is what it is. It's going to last you a long time. You're going to get used to it. And we all have to start from somewhere, so don't be embarrassed if you're just using a regular backpack. It is what it is. You gotta start somewhere. Other than that, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one.